When we create a backup, say, of a virtual machine, we usually do it in a scheduled manner. So we have a full backup followed by an incremental done on a schedule. However, you don't have to do it that way. With virtual machines, you can also take advantage of what's called VeeamZip. VeeamZip allows you to quickly perform a backup on one or several virtual machines, and it's similar to a full backup. However, it doesn't require a schedule along with incremental backups. And you can store the backup file in a backup repository, a local folder on the backup server, or even in a network share. I'm going to go over to where it says Inventory, and in Inventory, here's the list of my Hyper-V host. So I'm going to go over to Hyper-V host that I'd like to go ahead and use VeeamZip, and I'm going to right click and choose VeeamZip from the list. Now I have some additional options here, such as I can choose a backup repository, such as my local one or my NAS backup, or I can choose a local or shared folder just by selecting this option and browsing to it. I can also choose to automatically delete the backup in case I don't need it after a certain amount of time. I'm going to choose the NAS backup repository I created in an earlier video, and I can choose more and see some additional options, such as enabling the backup for file encryption or even compression. And by default, you can see that there is compression already turned on, but I can certainly change that if I'd like. And then I'll click OK. And now we can see my VeeamZip backup is starting to run. Once the backup is complete, you can restore it in a similar way that you would restore anything else. You would just right click on that particular job and choose Restore. I'm going to click on Show Details to show the details of the backup job. We can now see the VeeamZip backup job is now processing. VeeamZip is similar to a one-time backup job in other products and makes a quick way to create and run a job outside of a schedule when needed for your virtual machines.